Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me again. Now, you probably noticed that there wasn't much of an introduction to the video. That's because I've decided to do things a little bit differently. No long introductions, just a bit of an introduction and then straight into it. Because after all, at the end of the day, that's what you watch these videos for, the metal detecting. And hopefully me. But there you go. Anyway, now, as some of you have probably already noticed, I'm using a different machine. There's nothing wrong with the Technetics. It hasn't broken down or anything. It's just that for a couple of years now, I've been hoping that Technetics would have updated the machine to hopefully a waterproof wireless model, but they haven't. And the wireless setup that I bought to go with the Technetics has packed up, which is not surprising because I've had it for 10 years. So, being as Technetics haven't updated their machine to something that I want, as I said, a waterproof wireless machine, I've decided to go for my second all-time favourite machine, which is the Nokta Macro Anfibio Multi. Now, I'm not going to go banging on about it because most of you are aware how good this machine is anyway. But it basically does everything I want it to do. It's wireless, waterproof. It didn't come with the little stand just there. I made that in my workshop. So that's about it basically. But a word of warning to anyone new coming into this hobby. This is not the machine for you because it's quite complicated. It has got so many features, functions and programs, it's unbelievable. And trust me, it takes some getting your head round. So just a word of warning. Anyway, nice day, lovely and warm. The field that I'm going on at the moment has been seeded, but the farmer's only seeded it with grass, so he doesn't mind me going on it. So let's see what we can find, and I'll catch you on the first decent signal that we get, my friends. Right, well, this is the first find of the day, about 6 or 7 inches deep. Just a little pistol ball or a small musket ball, but it's a nice first find and I'm quite happy with it. Right, we'll pop that into the boxy thing and we'll crack on. Right then, next signal down here, about maybe 5-6 inches deep. Looks like we've got a coin. Don't know. Tell you what, I'll put my glasses on. Doesn't look much better with my glasses on. Get some mud off it. I don't know, it looks like a halfpenny. I don't think it's very old. Oh, it's a ship's, yeah, it's a ship's halfpenny. So it's probably George VI. But I'm not complaining. It's another nice little find. Ship's halfpenny. What's it called, the ship? Golden Hind, that's it. Anyway, Golden Hind, ship's halfpenny, George VI, can't see a date, into the boxy thing, on we go. Right, I'll just quickly show you this one. It was about 7 or 8 inches deep, and as you can imagine with the new machine, at the moment I'm digging practically everything. Turns out it's a piece of what looks like lead bar. That's about it, it's a piece of lead bar. Anyway, we'll pop it into the boxy thing. Well, now we'll put it in the bag and we'll crack on. Right, just another quick one for you. About 6 inches deep. I thought it was one of those old cup hooks at first, but I'm not so sure because it looks as though it's got some age to it, that. I mean, I could be wrong, it might still be a cup hook. I don't know. Yeah, there could be what's left of a bit of iron just there, which is what made me think it might be a cup hook. But we'll clean it up a bit later on and have a better look. Right, into the boxy thing, best foot forward. Right then, my good friends, I'm showing you this particular find because it was about 7 inches deep, and it's the tiniest of targets, which just proves that the Anfibio is doing an absolutely grand job. It's so tiny. It took me quite a while to find it in the spoil with the pinpointer, and it's obviously something because it's a perfect little diamond shape. Now what it was, or what it was used for, I haven't got the faintest idea, but we'll clean it up a bit later on just to see if there's any kind of pattern on it or anything. Okie dokie, into the special little boxy thing with that little bugger, and we'll plod on. Now then, I don't like saying this, but I've been up and down this old footpath at least half a dozen times with the Technetics, and I thought I'd got everything. Now I know they say that you never get everything, but I thought I'd got everything, even with the big coil on the Technetics. But I've missed this, and it's another coin. Just there, my friends. I don't think it's anything to shout about. Looks like another half penny, although it looks considerably older than the last one. I don't know, it could be Victorian. Could be anybody. Anyway, as I said, I thought I'd got everything, but obviously I haven't. So well done, the Anfibio. It's about, what? It's about 8 inches deep, so it's a decent depth. It wasn't a scratchy signal, it was a good signal, so I'm more than happy with that. Right then, we'll pop that into the box, and I think we'll continue on this footpath. Right then, well, we've got another signal down here. It has to be said though that even though we had some rain the other night, the soil is still very, very dry. But in saying that, the Anfibio seems to be coping with it quite well. As I say, it wheedled that coin out on the footpath that I've done to death, and I've just come a little bit further into the field, and we've got a lovely signal down here. It's about maybe 6 inches deep, and we've got ourselves a nice little barrel tap key. I haven't found one of these for ages. I mean, they come in all different shapes and sizes. The best one I've got at home, which I've put in a frame. It's a beautiful thing, it's like a heart shape. If I can remember when I do the roundup, I'll let you have a look at that as well. But that's what that is, my friends, a nice little barrel tap key. And there we are. Quite a plain one really, but I mean, I don't mind, it's still a lovely little find. Bet that stopped the buggers pinching beer when they were getting harvesting. Right, we'll fill the hole in, put this in the boxy thing, and we'll see what else we can find. Right, still in the same field, just moved a little bit further over, that's all. Target down here, about 6-7 inches deep, nearly blew my ears off, came up at 81 on the ID scale, if anybody's interested. It's another lump of lead, but hold on a minute, it's a nice lump of lead, because we've got one of my favourites, yet another one. I seem to be digging quite a lot up of these just lately, spindle whorls. The last one I dug up was quite small, flat on the bottom, rounded on top, not very big, whereas this one, on the other hand, is big, and it looks dead rough. It's a big bugger. I don't know whether there's any decoration on it. It looks as though it might be a bit knobbly around the edges, but a cracking find all the same, because as you know, I do love my lead artifacts. Anyway, I'll let you have a look at that before I pop it in the boxy thing. And there we are, my friends. A very big spindle whorl. Don't know whether there's any decoration on it. Doesn't look like it, to be honest with you. But you never know your luck. Right, into the now very heavy boxy thing, and we'll plod on. Right then, you good people, got a target down here, came up at about 75, 76 on the Anfibio. It's just here, And I think we've got, in fact I'm sure, it's what's left of another barrel tap key. Unfortunately, most of it's missing. All I've got is the key bit. But I'll let you have a look at that. There we are, part of another barrel tap key. Right then, my good friends, well, I think this is going to be my last signal. Now, unless I find anything else on the way back to the car, I'll see you at home for the roundup. And don't forget to watch the roundup, because I want to give my mate Percy a shout out from Mercian Metal Detecting, because he sent me some nice stickers. And it's starting to rain. He sent me some nice stickers and a very nice letter. So stick about for the roundup. And as I say, if I find anything else on the way home or back to the car, I'll film it anyway and sort it out from there. Okie dokie. Right, catch you in a bit.
Did you read the news? I'm a bit confused. The gun fever is there. The gun fever. Rude.
Just listening to a bit of my favourite ska music. Anyway, right, where were we? Oh yes. Now, if you remember, when I dug that barrel tap key up, I said I'd show you the one at home if I remembered. Well, I've remembered. And that's it. As you can see, it's very ornate compared to the one that I dug up. I dug that up a couple of years ago, which is why it's in a frame. It's so lovely. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. The other thing is, I want to say thank you very much to my mate Percy from the Mercian Metal Detecting channel for sending me some nice stickers and a nice covering letter. Now, as you know, I don't have a sticker board. Whenever I get new stickers from people, I put them on my spray bottles. So you are now on one of my spray bottles, Percy. Thank you very much, my friend. And the covering letter that he sent me says, "Hello Robbie, my friend, thank you very much for your fabulous stickers and very kind note. In return, I'm sending you a couple of my stickers. They are very basic and nothing like the quality of yours. Kind regards, Percy." Well, that doesn't actually matter, Percy. The quality has got nothing to do with it. What does matter is the fact that you went to the time and trouble of sending me the stickers. That's what I appreciate. So thank you very much, my friend. Okie dokie. Right, I think that covers that little lot. So let's have a look at the finds, my friends. Right then, well, this big pile here is all scrap lead. At the side of it we've got a buckle fragment, a brass screw, a small washer and some sort of rivet. But I was leaving nothing to chance because I was using the new machine and I'm still getting used to the various tones and scratchy signals and that kind of thing, so I didn't want to miss anything, which is why I dug practically everything up. And I'm glad I did, because there were one or two scratchy finds that turned out to be quite decent. I mean, you didn't see that, but it turns out that that's a lovely little button. It's probably medieval, but it's a lovely little find. But moving on to the other finds, this was the small pistol ball that I dug up, or small musket ball, whichever. Nice white patina to it, but that doesn't mean anything. Just that the lead was very pure that it was made from. This I thought was going to be a coin because I just saw the edge of it, but it's not, it's just a pewter button. This, believe it or not, is a Victorian halfpenny. If you're lucky, very lucky, you might be able to see Victoria's head facing to the right. You might just be able to make it out, I don't know. It's only a partial date, 18 something. This one I assumed was King George VI's ship's halfpenny. It's not. Oops. It's Queen Elizabeth. The date on it is 1967. You might just be able to see Queen Elizabeth there. As I say, the date is 1967 on that one. This one, the jury's still out on it. I still think it might be a cup hook, although it looks as though it's got some serious age to it. That could be a pipe tamper, not sure. I'm still going for cup hook. What do you think? Anyway, this is probably the grottiest and ugliest spindle whorl I have ever found. There's no decoration on it. In fact, the only kind of decoration it's got on it is where it's been absolutely hammered by the plough and various other pieces of farm machinery over God knows how many hundreds of years. How old it is, I haven't got a clue. But I still like it because it's a lead artifact. That there is the part of a barrel tap key. Pity it's not complete, but on a more positive note, we did find this complete one, which is a very nice find. Not as ornate as the one that you've already seen, admittedly, but a very nice find all the same. And last but not least is this tiny little diamond shaped leather mount. Oops. It's that small I can hardly pick it up. I mean, that's how tiny it is. On one side there's the remnants of a tiny pin where it would have fastened to some leather. I mean, it's so tiny, I'm assuming it went on someone's belt or possibly even a horse's bridle. But the Anfibio did a good job picking that out, especially with the dry conditions. The difficult part was finding it in the spoil with the pinpointer. It took me ages, so I'm really pleased with that. Anyway, those are the finds, my friends, so if you just give me a second. Right then, everybody, well, those were the finds. Now, it wasn't a bad day finds wise, really. As I said in the video, I literally was digging everything up because I'm still trying to get my head round this new machine, the Anfibio. It is a complicated machine, as I said at the beginning of the video, and I really don't think it's for a beginner. I honestly, I don't. It's too complicated for a beginner. But if you want to buy one, I mean, that is entirely up to you, and I wish you the very best of luck with it. Because I'm struggling a bit, and I've been at it for years. Anyway, that's by the way. I'll tell you nothing. It's a damn good machine. I'll give it that. Very good. Right then. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I do appreciate it. Thank you to all my viewers and subscribers, new and old, wherever in the world you may be. It's wonderful to have you all on board, and I'll see you all the next time round. Bye for now.